So courage, where did you find the courage to step out and do this? You could have, like I said, easily found a job, maybe had a little practice in some small town or something like that, helping people. And yet you've gone above and beyond. Where did that come from?
Oh my gosh. That is really a great and deep question. I don't know. It didn't necessarily feel, um, gosh, I don't know how to say this without like saying like so highfalutin, but it didn't necessarily feel like an option, so to speak. I did have a mentor early in my career who said, you know what, all the stuff that you do is always behind the scenes. And I think he was making reference to like, developing programs. And I was, kind of just getting started in doing research and stuff like that. I wasn't giving talks or very, very, very early in my career. He said, you need to go out there and, you need to like get out in front of people and get out and talk and stuff. And so in some way, I guess psychologically it gave me permission, but in another way, it was like he was my boss and telling me to do it, so I better darn well go do it, So, and he said, he said, like, and he had all these other things too. He said, oh, you got to grow a beard, you look too young, and people aren't going to take you seriously, and you got to dress like this and do like that,
Yep.
So sort of like, okay. So, I mean, part of it was kind of, that push, but I guess, kind of psychologically that even, people can get pushed and then they just can push back and react
Yeah.
against it and not do it and go further down a hole or something. But I guess there was part of me that felt like, okay, I'll take this risk. And if, you do fall on your face, you don't, come at bat every time and hit a home
Sure.
run or anything. So, you start to weather those failures, if you will, and those setbacks and see that that's all part of it. But then also to feel like for me, it's, psychology is clinical psychology is a helping profession. So being able to help others, and if that help is through, being in psychotherapy with someone and working, with a family and working with kids, or if it's helping someone to learn something by giving a lecture in a course or in a talk in a presentation, or by putting it down and studying something and help add to knowledge in a paper or compile all that into a book. Those are all things that, I don't know if I would call them courageous, but they're all things that do take a bit of gumption to be able to get yourself out there. And God, I mean, like going through the peer review process for an
Mm.
article, or just freaking going through your dissertation, and all the, all the like, oh, I'm an idiot, an
Yes.
imposter syndrome, kinds of things. But, I'd really encourage people that listen that may, be feeling that way at whatever point in their career or whatever point in their journey, push through those things. Do expect that not everything is going to go, roses and butterflies. But
Yeah.
if you feel if that's courage to be able to go through those kinds of things in a Marcus Aurelius stoic kind of way and kind of push as to what your ethos is as a person, then that can wind up 35 years later having a conversation like this.
Yeah.